All right, it's Thursday. I'm going to come out here and do a little Bengals Colts preview for week 14. Is that right? No, week 13. I don't even know what week it is. No, it's week 14, yeah. So week 14, little Bengals are favored by 5. I don't know, 5.5, 6. Leans towards the Bengals. Indianapolis has been a horrible road team. They went out to San Diego, laid an egg. They went out to Arizona, laid an egg. This is not the thing is though, not going out west. Even though they did good against San Fran though. They beat San Fran, but it was San Fran early in the year without Michael Crabtree. Anyways. Well, San Fran's coming on hot lately. But anyways, just stay on the Cincinnati Bengals here. What's hot right now is this defense, baby. We made Phil Rivers, who potentially you could say if his team was winning, was having an MVP type year, and we shut him down, baby. So this defense is really, really stepping up. The weather, I don't know if the weather is going to be a factor in Cincinnati on Sunday. We'll see. It might be slightly warm. We got a little bit of a warm front coming through. Not that matters. I like to be a little bit colder because it's going to be cold come December. So I want this defense to be really tested. Because I'm not gonna solidify the defense just yet. Not just yet as an elite defense. I know I get a little ahead of myself, but Andy Dalton here I was solidifying. Okay, maybe this is it. He's the man. A lot of people started solidifying after that Jet game. Since that game, I don't know. Was he on the cover of Sports Illustrated? I have no idea. But since that game, Andy Dalton has not really found any rhythm with the offense. Hopefully we have it together this week. Because Indianapolis is a really low-ranked defense. You know, they're a dome team. They're getting them outside. So they're built to play in their dome. They're not built to play on the outside. So we'll see. I think Ben Jarvis Green Ellis can get – I'd like to see him get some more carries. I'd like to see him get 25, I guess. 25 or less. But 20 to 25 range. Andy Dalton, 25 pass attempts, hopefully. We won't have to play from behind. We can play with the lead. Lean on Ben Jarvis. More toss plays, more sweeps with Bernard. Screens, obviously. I mean, I know Jay Gruden's like he's got so many plays to pick from. They did run a shovel pass one, but I like to see Bernard get a shovel pass inside the red zone. Maybe they could fool him. I don't know. Shovel pass is an old school play, but it was interesting to see that play run last week. So we'll see what happens. The Bengals will have their hands full in this game. I think Andrew Luck's just due for a bounce back game. He's really played awful the last 2 weeks. So I don't know. You know, the defense could get exposed this week. I'm expecting the defense to let me down this week, and I'm expecting Andy Dalton and Jay Gruden to have the offense going. Hopefully we can get up early. That's the key. Just getting up early and then ground and pound and let the defense win the game. But for some reason I got this funny feeling it's going to be a little bit of a shootout between Andrew Luck and Andrew Dalton. I always wanted. I was adopting the suck for luck philosophy when we drafted Andy Dalton. I don't know. You know, Andrew Luck. He's missing Reggie Wayne, who he really relied on. And Reggie Wayne really helps. They really don't have a true number one receiver right now on that team. So we'll see what happens. Kobe Feener could be a pain in the butt, but we did a good job on Antonio Gates. So I really don't see him doing much. Just got to watch out for Trent Richardson, though. I guess his best games were against the Bengals. I'm just guessing a hunch. I think he did a pretty good job. He had a 100-yard game. So I know they benched him, but I expect him to get some play. And Donald Brown, you know, he could be sneaky at times. So I really hope the defense can just do what they have to do. I hope we just let up 10 points again. 17 or less, really. And I'll be proud of the defense. Henceforth, Andy Dalton, 17 from the defense, non-turnover points, hopefully no fumbles, none of that. Mistake-free football, which we've been playing all year. So there you go. There you have it. I really like Cincinnati. A little bit, not much. I mean, plus the fan. I don't see them losing. I can't see them losing. I have to go from a betting aspect and from both aspects. I like Cincinnati. Just Indianapolis really hasn't been a good home team, road team. But I know it's a short way. 6 points, you can go either way in this one. But I like Cincinnati. Pulling away late with a Mike Nugent field goal, and we ice it and win by 10. How about that? I'm gonna go 30-20 final. But then again, I got a bad feeling it could be a shootout, like a 34-31 type, that type of shootout, and with maybe some turnovers. So we'll see what happens. Andrew Luck is a suspect though at best, because they got to rely on throwing the football. So hopefully we can get some pick sixes. Obviously, I like to see the pass rush step up here a little bit though. We haven't had like a big. I like to see us get like 5-sack game. Let's get a 5 or 4 sack game. Sack fumble. I like to see some more. I haven't seen many of those plays this year. Hopefully these plays happen on Sunday. On the New England side, they're playing Cleveland, so hopefully our Ohio. Only reason I say that is because Belichick struggled the last time, to my knowledge, he played Cleveland was with Peyton Hillis. So we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go through the rest of the games this week. But I think Cleveland, just hope New England blows them out, or if Cleveland, just hope Cleveland doesn't cover the spread. That's all I hope. So if Cleveland covers the spread, that means they might beat Baltimore. But if Cleveland doesn't cover the spread, then New England might lose to Baltimore. And like I said, as long as we take care of business these next 4 Sundays, we'll be all right. But anyways, let's go through the rest of this week's games. Let me change this music up. It's a little too slow. Late in the 4th quarter. We'll get into the blazing 5, all that good stuff. Start it up here a little bit. Just bear with me. Yeah, that'd be nice though. Let me see if we get a couple sack fumbles, maybe 1 or 2. That would be even 1. That'd be really nice. All right, the toilet bowl tonight, Houston. You had the Iron Bowl last week. And then Thursday night you got the toilet bowl. Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a 3-point home dog division rival. Houston hasn't won a game since God knows when. Both teams I would never bet with a 10-foot pole. I'm not even betting this game. If I had to pick a side, I like Gus Bradley. I'm going to just put a little bit more faith into him. I have a little bit more faith in Gus Bradley than a Wade Wilson, ill-infected team of Wade Wilson. So I'll take Jacksonville. Indianapolis at Cincinnati. All right, it's up to 6 here. Even money, 110. Nothing shady here. Hope Cincinnati can do it. Reminds me a lot of the Jet game a little bit. I think maybe Indianapolis might get the back. I'm so torn here. So torn. I just think Indianapolis is due for a bounce back road game. Then again, Andy Dalton's due for a good football game. I still like Cincinnati. As long as we get out there early, I like Cincinnati. I already went through the game. I'm not gonna go through it again, but man, I really like Indianapolis on the other side. Man, I could go either way. Really, it's tough. If I wasn't a Bengal fan, I'd probably say I'll take Indianapolis in the 6. Honestly, Atlanta at Green Bay. I think it's 7. Then 0. There's nothing official here. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is clear to play. Aaron Rodgers plays. I like Green Bay regardless, no matter what the line is. There you go. I think they'll cover the number. New England at Cleveland. This is a tough one. But I'm gonna go with New England laying the 11.5. Josh Gordon could have a big day against the New England secondary. Don't think he won't. But going against Brandon Wheaton, you got to take New England at home, right? And from a Bengal fan's perspective, I like New England. So there you go, New England. I love Oakland here, getting the 2.5 at New York. Love it. They're a great road team, Oakland. I think they're like undefeated against the spread, at least, like ATS. I'm going to ride that gravy train. I'm going to take Oakland and against this. Only thing that scares me is that it's minus 120 on some books, which is a little shady. Plus, it's like they're begging you to take Oakland. So I don't know. Maybe Oakland's due for a loss. Same thing here with the Detroit. I got 2.5 with their plus 100. That's really shady. That's really shady. But once again, I like Detroit against Philly. Don't know why I do. Detroit had a lot of rest. Detroit beat Philadelphia last year, so they'll be confident. I think Nick Foles is just due for a letdown game. I'm probably wrong, but I like Detroit. Both those games are shady. All these ones are so far non-blazing 5-2. Except Green Bay. I just think Green Bay is due to cover a number. And if Aaron Rodgers is playing, that's blazing 5. So I'll give you 6 for Sunday, 1 through 4. Miami at Pittsburgh. Miami's +3 at Pittsburgh. Wow, that's a tough one. Tough. Here's another one. +3, +105. Pittsburgh's -125. What? Tough, man. Basically, elimination game for Pittsburgh almost. Miami, not so much, but not so much. You could go either way. Tough one here. I'll lean towards Miami. I'll lean towards Pittsburgh, though. I'll take Pittsburgh. I'll throw it in the blazing 5. What the hell? Buffalo at Tampa Bay. All right, here we go. Buffalo. This is another one. 2.5. And they got -115, -105. Doing a little shit. Do I like Buffalo? Let's go out and look at the numbers here. Buffalo against Atlanta, loss, didn't cover the number. Buffalo against New England, loss, didn't cover the number. Buffalo against Carolina, that was a win, so they're 1-2. My philosophy: everybody goes usually 2-2 against the spread. No one goes 4-0 against the spread. Very rarely. Tampa Bay, non-elite team. Lost to New England, no cover. Jets, no cover. Miami, they cover, so they're 1-2. So here you go. You got both teams 1-2. I can't go either way because it's 2.5. I'm gonna take Buffalo. What the hell? I'll take Buffalo. Hopefully I'm wrong. Probably I'm wrong, but I'll take Buffalo. Kansas City at Washington. Okay, Washington's getting 3. They're reeling. KC's lost 3. They're reeling. Both teams are on some losing streak, so something's got to give here. They're giving you +105, -120. Wow, I really like KC. It's a home dog, too. But if you're giving you -120 on some books, -115, that's begging me to tell me to take KC. Like I said, let this line influence. I mean, Kansas City's hands down the better team, too. Washington just is a mess right now. Hopefully Mike Shanahan gets fired. If you're a Redskins fan, you gotta want him fired. I'm just gonna go with the Chiefs. Andy Reid has good success against Washington, even though his record against Shanahan is. But I'll go with Andy Reid. Well, hold on, wait a minute. Let me back this up. Kansas City beat. So they're 2-1. Beat Philadelphia, beat the Giants, and then didn't cover the spread against, but they're 3-0. Washington beat Oakland. So they're 1-something. So something's got to give, right? I'm going to go with KC. They're going to bounce back. I'll lay the 3. What the hell? That game will be a push or something. They'll win by a field goal. Minnesota at Baltimore. Minnesota's 7. Baltimore here. Baltimore surprised. I think they beat Chicago. Covered the spread against Green Bay, but lost. And they haven't played Detroit yet. So this is tough. Minnesota on the flip side is 1-1. So that's tough as far as AFC, NFC. It's really tough. Really tough. I like Baltimore laying the 7 here, though, folks. I think Baltimore will lose to Detroit. And the Bengals will lock it up, the NFC. I think they play Minnesota and Detroit the next 2 weeks, so see what happens for Baltimore. I'm pretty sure that's right, or I could be wrong. I don't know. Tennessee at Denver. Woo! Tennessee surprised me against Seattle on the road. And they did pretty good against Oakland. I don't know. Some books got 11, some got 13. I like, I just go with Denver at 4 o'clock here and lay the points. The only thing is, a lot of people might tease them. Tease Baltimore. So if you can do a teaser, you're giving 7. I just don't see nobody betting Tennessee. No one's going to swag on them. But Peyton Manning's trying to get the touchdown record, so who knows? I'll go with Denver at home in the Mile High. St. Louis at Arizona. This is a tough game to pick. This is probably the toughest game to pick. But I'm struggling to put a Blazing 5 together here, people. St. Louis at Arizona. Wow. And it's 6. Palmer just struggles against the. Every time I pick St. Louis, I'm wrong. I'll be cheering for Carson Palmer, though. They got the hardest schedule down the stretch, Arizona. They need this win. But I'm going to take St. Louis in the 6 here on the road. Just because Palmer struggles against the NFC. It's just that simple. He's a good AFC quarterback. It's a shame. Arizona ain't in the AFC. And then Bruce Arians with Beast. The Jets at San Diego. All right, I'll put this in the Blazing 5. The Giants at San Diego. I like San Diego here. The Giants are going out west, I think, for the first time all year. This is a tough game. I gotta finish eating. But I like San Diego. Phillip Rivers faced an awesome Bengal defense last week. Mike Zimmer's just a great defensive coach. The Giants struggling at sometimes defensively. I think Justin Tuck and the boys will not be able to get to Phillip Rivers. And I think they're due for a win. They lost to Washington. They beat Philadelphia. But then they beat the Cowboys but didn't cover, right? The Giants, wait a minute. The Giants didn't cover against Denver. Oh, this is so tough. I'm going to have to go with the Giants. Giants didn't cover against KC. Didn't cover against Oakland. They're 0-3. I got to go with the Giants. Got to bet into my theory. So there you go. I like the Giants. I'm sorry. Giants are Blazing 5 material. Just for the simple fact they're 0-3 against the spread. 1-2 straight up against the AFC squads. Let me just go into this Seattle, San Fran. I like San Fran here. San Fran's playing better. Revenge game, obviously. This is a 4 o'clock game. I like San Fran giving the 2.5. 2.5 usually divisional. It goes the other way sometimes. Plus they're they're begging you to take Seattle. Plus they're giving you even money with the points. And with San Fran, they're taking 120 to juice. I like San Fran with Crabtree back. San Fran's going to flex their muscles and make things interesting down the stretch. Carolina at New Orleans. I'll lean towards New Orleans with this 3.5. Carolina's just due for a loss, in my opinion. Plus, New Orleans is at home. Enough said there. Dallas at Chicago. The toughest game probably to pick all week. But I got to go with Jason Garrett over. Jason Garrett doesn't make that many, you know what I mean? His players make dumb mistakes, like in the Detroit game, getting a holding penalty. But Jason Garrett is a smarter coach. Trestman tries to get tricky. He's too smart for his own good, I think. Him and Rex Ryan need to get fired and hired by somebody else. That's what they need to do. Trestman needs to just hire Rex Ryan to get his defense. And then Trestman just needs to not be such a smart ass. Like, that would be like a dream team. I'd have Rex Ryan. Who would I make the coach? You could put anybody as the coach. We have Rex Ryan as your defensive coordinator and Mark Trestman as your OC. Mark Trestman might be able to be a good head coach in the NFL. I'm not going to... I'm still buying and holding here. Like Chip Kelly, that would be... anybody would love that. Anybody could coach that team with them two geniuses. Anyway, I'm just playing a little fantasy in my mind. But two guys that I think just, are good on one side of the ball, but lack the point. But who knows? Tony Dungy all them years, then he got Peyton Manning. So, so we'll see. But yeah, I gotta go with Jason Garrett here. Jason Garrett usually doesn't make the mistakes. It's usually, Tony Romo. So if it comes down to coaching, plus I don't know if Cutler's back. Even still, I like Tony Romo over Cutler. So, and Dallas knows they need this game. This is a must-win game for them. Plus, they got the rest. I'm going with Dallas here. Plus, Chicago, they did pretty good in their night games. They haven't really lost any night games. Dallas, I don't know if they lost any night games either. I'm trying to think. Trying to think of a night game they played. I remember they played the Giants, start of the season. They won that. Played Washington on a Sunday night. They won that. They had to play another Monday night game. But they got whooped by New Orleans, yeah. So Dallas is the player, people. Chicago, I know they didn't cover against the Giants, but they're 3-0 in night games. I thought Washington would win one, boy. Woo! 0-4 in night games. Robert Griffin, you are a turd. So I'll go with Dallas there. So here you go. Blazing 5 from 1 through 4. Unfortunately, I shouldn't do this. You know what? I'm not. I'm going to go back to the old strategy. Here you go. Blazing 5 is going to be New Orleans, Dallas, San Fran, New York. I'm going to give you one at 1 o'clock. I give you Green Bay for Aaron Rodgers, and I'll give you Cincinnati for the Super 6. There you go. I'll stick with Cincinnati. I'm not going to abandon my Bengals here, people. Especially if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play. This is why I still have the Blazing 5. So there you go. There you have. Whatever the spread is, just take them. Matt Ryan, I mean, like I said, I didn't realize Matt Ryan was not in the dome. Don't discredit him for being in the dome, but I really like Green Bay in that spot. They'll run wild on that team. So we'll see what happens. All right, so enjoy the game on Sunday. I'll be here 4 o'clock Sunday, 4:30. Whenever the game ends, hopefully no overtime. No overtime, please. I don't want no more overtime games. Can do without that headache. I'm sure Marvin Lewis could too. Hopefully 31-21, 31-20, something like that. Late field goal by Nugent to ice it. That's what I think. That's what I feel. Could be wrong. Could be a shootout. Who knows? All right, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy football on Sunday.